Do you dare to show me the wound? Go now, and heaven help you.
It's time to dim the lights. Time to read your last rites. It's got you and its sights. We bid you welcome to Friday Night Frights. Frights, Friday Night Frights, so creepy and cool. Friday Night Frights. Frights, Friday Night Frights, where monster kids rule. Friday Night Frights. Friday Night Frights. Friday Night
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Frights. I'm your host, Rich Savage, coming to you from world famous Monster Kid Studios. And with me, as always, to my left and to your right is Monster Man Dan. Say hello, Dan.
Hello, Monster Kids. Welcome.
And
Glad
down
to
there
have you.
below, you see him down there. He's waiting for you.
Down
He's
below.
stalking you.
I am below, down in the
My
depths.
buddy Mike. Yeah. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How's everybody out there?
Man, I hope they're okay. You guys are you guys out there ready for some werewolf mania? Because that's what we're
they
selling
are.
tonight.
That's why they tuned in.
That's right.
Oh, I'm telling you, by the time it show's over, I'll be sprouting fur. Wait a minute. That's why I have to have this. I have to have this with me. Some of this.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Perfect. That's the one. It's
This'll keep
from the
me
movie,
safe.
right?
That's right.
The actual one.
This is the one.
Priceless.
This is the one that Lon Chaney used. There's some of Lugosi's blood is still on here. If you look close.
Oh my.
Nice.
Yeah.
He just, God, yeah. He's like a
That's
Use
awesome.
some money.
hurricane with a silver cap. There it is. Look, it's got the pentagram on there.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah, this will
good,
keep me.
man.
I'm gonna keep this close by the rest of
Yeah.
the show.
Case.
So
Just in case.
this is. I'm gonna need this thing in a couple of years anyway. That's why I got it. I figure it's
Be like
practical.
Kramer.
Yeah, it's practical. Yeah, I got my Monster Kid hat. This thing. I'll be safe, or they'll put me away. One or the other.
Yeah.
Throw
you
me,
know.
throw me in the back of a truck. Take me to the nut house. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about werewolves and lycanthropy today. So this is tonight. This is gonna be fun. It's April 4th. It's my son Jared's birthday. I have to say hi to
Happy
Jared. Hi
birthday,
there.
Jared.
Happy birthday, Jared.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
And,
Jared. Good.
It's also Anthony Perkins' birthday. Anthony Perkins is well known from Psycho. That's right. So he celebrated his birthday on April 4th. I'm trying to think of what year it was. 1920 something, 30 something. I don't know. It doesn't
Right in
matter
there, yeah.
because we're going to be watching a video all about Anthony Perkins. We're going to celebrate Anthony by learning a little bit about him, his career, and his life, because he really did leave a mark on the movie industry, especially Hitchcock's Psycho, if nothing else. I think that was his defining role, and if that was all he did, I think that would have been about right. But he had some
Yep.
other parts. People, they lose sight of the rest of his career. He had a pretty successful and long career other than Psycho. Of course, he was typecast, but he did a lot of other things. He was nominated for some awards, and I think before we go any further, I'll show the video, okay? And let's celebrate a little bit of Anthony Perkins since it's his day. And let me pull it up here. I'm sure everybody will have fun watching this because. Let's get this. After a disappointing start as a film actor, Anthony Perkins made his Broadway debut in the Elia Kazan directed Tea and Sympathy, 1953, in which he played Tom Lee, a sissy who is cured, so to speak, by the right woman. He was praised for the role, and after it closed, he turned to Hollywood once more, starring in Friendly Persuasion, 1956, with Gary Cooper and Dorothy McGuire, which earned him the Golden Globe Award for Best New Actor of the Year. He was also nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. The film led to Perkins' 7-year semi-exclusive contract with Paramount Pictures, where he was their last matinee idol. In 1957, Perkins went on to appear in Fear Strikes Out, the Jimmy Pearsall story. He then appeared in a string of romantic roles alongside Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren, and Shirley MacLaine. He was able to land an occasional serious role, such as in the Broadway production Look Homeward, Angel, for which he was nominated for a Tony Award, and the 1959 film On the Beach with Gregory Peck, Fred Astaire, and Ava Gardner. Shortly thereafter, Perkins was cast as Norman Bates in Psycho in 1960, which established him as a horror icon and earned him a Bambi Award nomination for Best Actor, as well as being nominated for and winning the International Board of Motion Picture Reviewers Award for Best Actor. Psycho became his defining role, which unfortunately typecast him for the rest of his career. Even after being typecast as Norman Bates, Perkins was able to put together an impressive string of performances through the mid-70s. And in 1982, Anthony Perkins gave the people what they wanted and reprised his role as Norman Bates in Psycho 2. He continued playing Norman Bates in Psycho 3 from 1986 and Psycho 4 The Beginning in 1990. The third installment in the anthology earned him a Best Actor Saturn Award nomination. Sadly, Anthony Perkins died after appearing in his last film, which was In the Deep Woods, a television film, which was broadcast a month after his death in September 1992. And that's Anthony Perkins. Guy had a heck of a career and a very troubled life.
Yeah.
Through a lot of different personal problems he had to endure. But hey, if nothing else, he gave us Psycho.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Well,
right.
like you said, he would have been huge if he got typecast into that role. So after
Oh, he
all
had a
the
hell of a
movies.
career going there,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
right.
at Broadway especially, he was really did well on Broadway. He had some really great
For
parts.
sure.
And Psycho was great. And then when he did Psycho 2, I don't know how familiar you guys are with those movies. I mean, I've seen them. I saw Psycho 2 in a theater when it came out. And everybody was all excited, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're doing a sequel after all those years.
all those years. Yeah.
And it's a great movie. Psycho
It's
2 is
good.
really good. Because they kind of convince him that he's going crazy again. And
Yeah.
murders start taking place. And he starts thinking that maybe he's doing it, in his mind. And
Right.
turns out he's just being tricked by a couple of people trying to get revenge on him for what he did in the past. And they're pissed off because he got let out of the nut house.
Yeah.
And but I mean, that's just so great. And then there's a really good twist ending at the end of the film. And Psycho 3 it's okay, but it's almost like more. Now he's like back to being nutty in Psycho 3. And I don't even know if I saw part 4. I don't remember.
I know I didn't. I seen the first 3, I believe. But
I'm not even sure if I have no idea what that. I don't even know what that's about. I'll have to look into that because it couldn't have been too good because I don't even remember anybody talking about it.
no, right.
The beginning, the new beginning, whatever that is. Now I should mention that one of his sons, Oz Perkins, is a
Yeah.
famous director now. He did
wow.
he's the guy that directed The Monkey.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that we were just talking about. I forgot when his
Hmm.
name popped up on the screen. I forgot to mention that was Tony Perkins'
Yeah.
son. And he directed a film with Nick Cage recently called Long Legs. It was pretty popular. Very strange. Very weird movie. And yeah, it's Nick Cage plays this. It's like you wouldn't even know it was him. You wouldn't even know it was Nick Cage. He's got all this makeup on. He's so creepy. But yeah, Oz Perkins. Check him out. He's up and coming. He's been just doing these kind of quirky films right now, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later he'll latch on to something really mainstream. So yeah. So that's pretty cool. So not only did he have Anthony have a legacy that he left us with his films, he's got his son following up behind him.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's pretty cool.
Very
Oh,
cool.
we're gonna get on to our topic. We have a topic, eh?
Yeah.
A topic
Yeah.
tonight. What's the topic? Beers,
Yeah.
smokes,
Beers, smoke,
and
Duke.
lycanthropy.
dukes.
Wow.
We're going to talk about lycanthropy. Oh,
Yeah.
kids, I'm glad none of us have that. I'll tell you.
No.
Yeah, Dan might. I don't know. He's been
I'm-
studying lycanthropy for the last few days. He
Yeah.
might
Calm
wolf out
down
on
with
us.
it.
And you know, right behind me is a full moon. Look at
That's right.
Ooh.
This
the
thing.
full moon back there. Whoa.
Don't make me use this, Dan. 'Cause I'm not afraid. I will. I didn't buy
all
this for its looks. Well, actually, I did.
All right.
Look behind me. Can you see behind me? Look, there he is. Where my thumb's at.
Yeah, I can
That's
see him.
that's
Mhm.
the wolf man. And then over here, where is he? There he is. That's Talbot. So I got them both of them behind me, hanging
Mhm.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah, Talbot, and then when the moon's
Good.
full, there he is over there.
There
So
you go.
I got figured I'd trot him out for this show, you know.
Very nice.
All right, let's see. Before I get long-winded and just start babbling here, Dan put together a pretty cool video that I think you guys are gonna like. All about lycanthropy and the legend of werewolves. It's really good. He put a lot of work into it. He's been up for days doing this. That's why he,
Really.
he
Well,
looks a
lucky he's
little
had a
tired.
full moon though. Lucky he had that.
Day and
Keep
night.
him going.
Mike, he's incorrigible. Let me pull up the movie here. Where is it? Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Let me pause this for a second before the howling starts
cool,
here.
Cool light there. That's awesome.
Dan, do you want to talk about what you might, some of the things you might have learned along the way, or you want to wait till we're done here, and you can talk about your
Well,
experience about
yeah.
I mean, you must know more now than just about anybody about
Yeah,
this.
he's an expert on the subject.
I
You
Alright,
teach a
we're-
class at the
I'm an
local
expert.
U.
He's going to be an adjunct professor of werewolves,
University of Missouri. Hook you up.
University of
It's pretty
Transylvania.
much world.
Well, even better.
All right, we're going to show
Pretty-
this.
pretty
We're
much
gonna, you guys watch closely. You're going to learn something. See, you watch Friday Night Frights. It's not just all fun and games here. You get educated and you learn
That's
things. You
right.
just learned about Anthony Perkins. You probably didn't know none of
Right.
that stuff. And now you're going to learn all about the history of werewolves. I mean, come
Right.
on. We should be
And after
charging
this, we
for
take
this.
a test.
It's like one of those Udemy courses.
Yeah.
You guys don't even, it's just free. You guys don't even have to pay for this. It's online. Homework. No, homework will be assigned. So pay attention. All right, here we go. Let's watch this.
Werewolf.
There
Look at
were.
this guy.
There, yes.
He's in rare form tonight, folks. You're in trouble now.
From the depths. Nice.
It's the mythological ability or power of a human being to transform into a wolf or wolf-like creature and has deep roots embedded in folklore across various cultures worldwide. This fascinating concept, often associated with werewolves, has evolved over the centuries through a mixture of mythology, superstition, and literature. Rituals may include, number 1, full moon gatherings. Members often meet during full moons, believed to be a time of heightened power and transformation. Number 2, ritual ceremonies. These ceremonies might involve chanting, dancing, and symbolic gestures to invoke the spirit of the wolf. Number 3, symbolic attire. Members might wear clothing or accessories made from wolf hair or be adorned with wolf symbols. For many advocates, lycanthropy is more than just a fascination with wolves. It represents a spiritual journey. The transformation is symbolic of personal empowerment, self-discovery, or overcoming external factors and conditions that limit one's choice in pursuing their goals. Psychologically, it can provide a sense of belonging and identity within a community that embraces the mystical. The origins of lycanthropy can be traced back to ancient civilizations. The term itself is derived from the Greek words lykos, meaning wolf, and anthropos, meaning human. Ancient Greek mythology is rich with tales of transformation, the most famous being the story of King Lycaon. According to the legend, Lycaon was transformed into a wolf by Zeus as a punishment for his arrogance and overconfidence. In Roman culture, lycanthropy is sometimes associated with the god Apollo, who is believed to have the power to transform people into wolves as a form of retribution. In Europe, during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, the belief in werewolves was widespread. The fear of these creatures often paralleled the fear of witches, leading to numerous werewolf trials, much like the infamous witch hunts. These trials were fueled by superstition and the need to find scapegoats for unexplained events, such as crop failures or mysterious deaths. The werewolf legend was particularly predominant in countries like France and Germany. In France, the loup-garou, meaning possessing dragon-like features, was a feared creature, while in Germany, the werewolf was a common figure in local folklore. German folklore is rich with werewolf tales, often depicting them as cursed individuals or those who have made pacts with dark forces. Celtic legends include stories of shapeshifters and magical transformations where the boundaries between human and beast are blurred. Lycanthropy is not limited to European folklore. Many Native American tribes have their own versions of shape-shifting beings. For instance, the Navajo believe in skinwalkers, stories of humans transforming into tigers or leopards, often referred to as were tigers or were leopards, are prevalent in certain regions. In Asia, namely China and Japan, transformation myths involve foxes rather than wolves. In Japanese mythology, the concept of transformation is often associated with animals that possess magical abilities. The transformation aspects in China often relate to spiritual enlightenment or punishment rather than the curse seen in Western myths. The concept of lycanthropy has evolved in modern times, thanks in part to literature and film. The 19th century Gothic novel, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the 20th century horror films have shaped the werewolf image into a staple of modern culture. Today, werewolves are often depicted as tragic figures, torn between their human and animal natures. The origin of lycanthropy is a rich tapestry woven from the threads of various cultures and historical periods. Whether seen as a symbol of humanity's darker side or a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power, the myth of the werewolf continues to captivate our imagination and inspire stories around the world.
There it is.
How was that?
Very well
was-
done, Dan.
Oh, wasn't that great?
Awesome. That was very
Man.
cool.
Thank
Tell
you.
ya.
Thank you.
I feel so much smarter now. You know?
I don't.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe more of a
I
smart
never
Didn't do
have.
Didn't
Well,
do
yeah.
it. Didn't do a damn thing.
Never does.
I
But
feel.
yeah, that
But no, that was really cool, though.
Man, that was a lot of detail, Dan. Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All over the
I
world.
mean, that's something that goes worldwide.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
everything's a little bit different. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, you think that just they
Right.
follow some kind of a pattern, but wow, it's just all different. Asia, Japan,
Yeah,
United States, different countries. Wow,
all around the world.
it's quite a variety.
I just like saying la loup-garou. That's my favorite one. I like that. Those French, they have just roll or whatever that is. Was it France? Was it
The
France?
Rougarou.
The loup-garou.
There's a
actually an old
Rougarou
movie.
in Louisiana.
Oh,
There's
really?
a ride at Cedar Point called the Rougarou. It's, I guess,
Oh.
a werewolf from Louisiana. I guess.
Yeah.
So it's probably it's a take on that being a lot of French down there. So
Yeah. Then they get the voodoo and the zombies. We're gonna do a zombie show up. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
One day.
no, you got to do one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So I mean, there's a lot of countries that really take this seriously. They
Well,
take this
yeah.
lycanthropy seriously.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Werewolves and
those-
other forms of animals. Yeah.
I've read a lot
It's
of those
something
legends
else.
before, and I was big in the
Mhm.
Greek mythology when I was a kid, and I remember those
Yeah,
stories about Zeus and stuff. Those Greek gods and they were bastards, man. They just they
Right.
didn't mess around with nobody.
No.
You screw with those Greek gods, they stuck it to you, man. You know,
Yeah,
the Norse gods weren't any better. You know,
no,
they sick the
definitely.
Kraken on you, and they mess around. And Zeus,
Yeah.
he was a real ball buster. He didn't play games.
Yeah.
He would do all kinds of shenanigans, you know. And
Yeah.
but if anybody else did it, he he'd zap them. So
Yep, that's
he
right.
did what he wanted, but nobody else could. You know, do as I say, not as I do. That was
I
his
do.
motto.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
think he chipped that into some tablets or something at one point. Yeah, one commandment. That was
The
it.
one according to Zeus.
The one
Yep, that's
commandment.
it.
This mighty hand turn you into give you a werewolf head. Keep it up. Well, that's just a great insight to lycanthropy. Great way to start to show off, because now
Yeah, for
everybody has a little
sure.
bit of a background. They understand where all this mythology comes from, and that's why there's been so many werewolf movies over the years, over the century, since
Yeah.
film was introduced. I put together a thing like we're going to watch in a few minutes about some of the best werewolf movies made. Not always some of the best, but some of the coolest ones. But while I was doing it, I mean, I realized that, the show would have to be like 2 hours long to include everything. Because, I mean, it goes way back to the silent era, which I wasn't even aware of. I thought it all started with what do you call it? Werewolf in London. I thought that was like one of the first ones, but I should have known better. Because there was foreign films. There's a slew of Mexican, Spanish werewolf movies, French werewolf movies. I didn't include any of those in the clips that I put in because there's just so many. Not to mention all the sequels and prequels and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, werewolf movies have been around forever, and they're still going strong. And we're going to talk about that some more. But before we get going, we do want to talk about werewolf movies in cinema. And I thought it'd be fun to mess with Mike and pick his brain and see what his favorite werewolf movies are. Mike, you sent me a list of what, like 10 of them, or so you went
Yeah,
off?
something like that. Well, I wanted to just if he approved of them,
Yeah, all of them. Because I've seen them all. Everyone you mentioned, I was like, that's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one. And then I was like, okay, can you narrow it down to like 3? And that had to be tough for you, but I think the 3 you came up with are winners. And
well, you always think of the Lon Chaney one. I mean, I think everybody thinks of that.
Of course,
originally.
everybody starts
I
with
just watched it a couple of days ago to get refreshed on it. So, but
well, there have been so many good ones, in the years. And this was the first one you picked, American Werewolf in London. It's a winner. You can't go wrong with this movie.
John Landis, 1981 classic. Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful movie. David Naughton.
Yeah, it was a great one. David Naughton.
Jenny Algar, the beautiful Jenny Algar.
Yeah, she was beautiful back then.
She still has a huge fan base. People go nuts. I put a picture up of her on Monster Kid on the social media. Oh, I love Jenny. I love her so much. And what else? She was in something else. So she was in Logan's Run, right? She was in Logan's Run, running around that little tiny get-up they had in those movies. And Griffin Dunn was David Naughton's buddy who got his face
ripped off.
Now, a lot of people don't know this because I always bring it up when I watch this movie. I always call him Dr. Pepper, David Naughton.
I know it. That's right. Those Pepper commercials.
You remember, right? You remember, Dan? Those
yes, I do.
Commercials? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he became famous.
I'm a pepper. You're a pepper.
That's it. Look at how he can sing too.
He does it all.
Dan,
he does it all.
Videos. He's got the pipes. I'm telling you, I'm starting to be a little intimidated, man. I don't know what's going on.
You don't have to be.
You calm down now. There's one of the posters, a masterpiece of terror. I like the way it says from the director of Animal House, a different kind of
great, different kind of animal.
Yeah,
it's great. I mean,
should have Belushi in it, but he passed away.
Should have cast that kid. What did they call Flounder?
Flounder. Why Flounder?
Yeah.
Why not?
An American flounder in London.
He's floundering through London.
Oh,
but the range John Landis has, I don't know what he's been up to lately, but I mean, he used to bounce like from one genre to the next. Comedy.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
Oh, I love Kentucky Fried Movie. That's such a great movie. But that guy, he has such a range. He's so talented, and let me see what else I have here. Made sure I pulled up plenty of pictures. Where is it? Come on. This stupid thing. It's operator error. I've come to believe it's operator error.
No, it can't be.
There, yeah. That one's a little blurry, but
that's great. Walking through the moors.
That's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Yeah,
That
it is awesome.
that first like 20 minutes or so sets
They
up the
leave
film
that
nicely.
pub. Yeah,
The
for
slaughtered
sure.
lamb.
Slaughtered lamb.
I kept telling my wife that I wanted to get one of those because you can buy the actual hanging sign with the slaughtered lamb on it.
Oh,
It's
really?
miniature.
Yeah.
It's miniature
Yeah.
though. It's like, but I
Yeah.
wanted to get one to hang outside my office door, you know? So
That
if
would
she
be
comes in
cool.
here, I could turn my head real quick, like, listen, stay out of the moors. I could tell.
Stay
And every time she leaves, every time she walks out of the room, she'd have to hear me say
I'm
that.
sure he would.
Stay out of the moors. But this whole scene here was like so well done. I mean,
Yeah,
it was just
really
atmospheric and creepy, and with the fog and the moors and
What's
the
that?
rain. I mean, it was just great. And that whole scene inside the slaughtered lamb, all those
Yeah,
people.
right.
And then when they let
they're
them
all-
go, they're like, you shouldn't have let them go. It's like,
Yeah,
they're on
right.
their own.
They're Americans.
That one guy's like, it's up to them now. I'm not going out there. You
Right.
have to go warn them. I'm not going out there. I was like, that was messed up. They just left him for dead.
Right.
And,
A dog
his
or
buddy-
something.
Oh, his buddy got the worst of it, man. That was a
he
shit
got
what happened to
ripped
that
up
dude.
pretty good. Pretty good.
And of course, there's this infamous scene in his
Yeah.
nightmares.
Mhm.
So he has his nightmares, and this nightmare was one scene, but then the nightmare with the Nazi werewolves when they burst in the house and started shooting everybody.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that was about. But yeah, they had like the SS, the Gestapo werewolves or something. I was like, but that was some great makeup right there.
Yeah, look at that dude.
Yeah.
That's scarier than when he was
Creepy.
the werewolf. if you
Yeah,
ask me.
right, exactly. It is.
Is it-
For
They
sure.
basically just turned him into a dog, you know.
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
and-
basically what it looked like. Yeah.
And of course, here's the infamous werewolf scene, transformation scene. Was that Rick Baker?
Oh yeah.
Was responsible for that, right? Rick Baker, the monster maker.
Yeah, didn't they win a Academy
I'm
Award
pretty
or
sure,
something
yeah.
for that?
Yeah, he won the very
Good.
first.
Yeah, very
special
first
effects
one. Special
makeup.
effects, makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very first
Wow.
Academy Award.
No computer generated here.
Yeah. I
No,
think
no,
they-
that's right.
I mean, the Academy saw that, and they knew they had to give him some
Make-
kind of award.
Give some
they-
kind of a
They had to do something because that was groundbreaking, and it was
Mhm.
long too. The whole scene took like
Yeah.
10 minutes or 15. I mean, it just went on and on, and
Right.
but it was so well done. And then they played Bad Moon on the Rise,
yeah. Right.
CCR. That was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And well, that's American Werewolf in London. That was Mike's first pick. What a great movie. And then, let's see, what was your second pick? Oh, your second pick was this one. Another one of my
Silver Bullet.
faves. Silver Bullet. Corey Haim,
Yeah.
Gary Busey,
Gary Busey. Yeah.
1985.
Ah,
For
yeah, that
us.
was a good.
From Stephen King's
Yeah.
novella, which I
that's
have right
King.
here. There it
Mm,
is.
mhm.
Yeah.
Cycle of the Werewolf. It's
Yeah.
so great. It is so good, and it's cool because it's not like the movie so much. Took some liberties, but the book, it goes through an entire year, each month of the year when the moon is full and the werewolf attacks and kills people, and it's really great. And the cool part is there's all these beautiful illustrations. Let me see if I can pull one up here. At Bernie Wrightson, there's like black and white drawings. There's color illustrations,
Oh, nice.
and they really set the mood for each chapter. And yeah, Bernie Wrightson's a fantastic artist. Here's the werewolf getting shot in the face by the dude in the wheelchair, kid in the wheelchair. But yeah, man, great movie. Corey Haim, that kid had such a career. He was so talented, and then just drugs and emotional issues pretty much destroyed him.
Yeah, destroyed him. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But there
He
was a
had it
time in
made.
the 80s, right? I mean,
Yeah, he was huge then.
yeah, you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a Corey Haim or Corey Feldman movie. Those two guys were like
The two Corys.
everywhere. So yeah, that was directed by Dan. I think it's Attias is his last name. I'm not sure, but yeah, taken from Cycle of the Werewolf, Silver Bullet. Got a couple more pictures here. So Gary Busey was really
Yeah,
good
he
in this.
played a good role of that drunken uncle or whatever.
Yeah, the crazy, the wacky uncle who builds him the hot rod
Yeah, the hot
wheelchair.
rods. Yeah.
Yeah, and this has to be like one of Busey's most restrained roles. You know, like
Yeah, for sure for him.
he kind of reined in the wackiness just a little bit. You know, I met him one time at a horror convention.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
wow.
there, and I said hello. I mean, he had people everywhere, but the thing with him is he wasn't like sitting behind a table. He was signing, but at night they always had this pool party where a band would play. And in this case, it was a Kiss tribute band, and so everybody was on the pool deck. And I turned around, and Gary Busey's laying on a lounge chair on the pool deck, you know, probably having a couple of cocktails, but he was surrounded. Yeah, he was stewed. He was surrounded by like a whole bunch of people just holding court. You know, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I didn't get that close, but
he probably didn't know.
Yeah, he probably doesn't remember this as well as I do. That's for sure.
Right.
But
And
yeah,
a motorcycle wreck.
Yeah, that's right. It kind of messed him up.
Yeah, he was
he was
messed up after that.
He was having a good time, just talking, smacked everybody. But still, super talented guy. He just can't control his what do you call it? His problems, I guess. He doesn't have a handle on his issues. He's substances.
Right.
A little out of control. But there's the hot rod, the silver bullet.
Yeah, the
That
bullet.
they named the movie out of that Corey Haim got to cruise around in, which I thought was really cool. Let me check out one here. Oh, there's the werewolf. I think that looks like after his eye got put out.
Yeah,
Wow.
he did.
He hit him with like a bottle rocket or something, right?
Bottle rock, yeah, like something he shot it at. It was
Shot
shot
it.
right in the
It was
eye.
4th of July. It was 4th of
Yeah,
July. He
that's
shot a
right.
firework in his eyeball.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
He's
boy, what do I know?
heard be dozing off. Ah! Something's out
If
there.
I didn't have this, I'd sure as hell have bottle rockets sitting around here right now.
Shoot his other eye out.
Just in case. Busey should have said, "Be careful, you'll shoot a wolf man's eye out with that, kid. Watch what you're doing."
The dude that played him was real creepy. That priest guy.
Oh yeah, that guy was weird. He was perfect.
Everett
casting.
McGill. Everett
Is that what's his
McGill.
name?
I guess his
Everett
name.
McGill.
Yeah.
Everett McGill. And then his sister was played by Megan Follows. I didn't mention her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was great too.
Yeah.
And,
That was a good
It
movie.
was funny. Their relationship was great because she was like picking on him all the time, but yet, yeah, she felt sorry for him and wanted to help him.
Yeah.
So it was a good brother-sister thing too, because the parents were like
Right.
nowhere to be found. Yeah, as
Yeah,
usual in those
obviously.
movies.
Left him with the uncle. Stew.
Left him with
Do what you want.
Left him
Want
with
pizza?
the crazy uncle driving around in a wheelchair that does 70 miles an hour.
Exactly. Right.
Here's Mike's third choice from the producer of Hellraiser. Like that, man.
Oh, right. Well,
Dog
producers.
They can put anything up there.
Right.
I hate when they do that. They try to trick people. Like they'll say James
And they
Wan and all from James Wan,
Yeah.
and then he didn't do anything but put money into it. You know, and I'm like,
Right.
that's not cool. But Dog Soldiers, Dan, are you familiar with this one? Dog Soldiers?
I'm waiting.
No, I haven't seen that.
You'd
That's
like it.
very good. I think.
It's
I think
good.
you would like it. Yeah, it's
I
very
saw
good.
Hellraiser.
Yeah. Well, this is
Didn't
from the
see this
producer.
That's from the
Mhm.
producer.
So
Yeah.
you have to like this. You have no choice now. So yeah,
Okay.
Dog Soldiers. That was in 2002. So we're moving up in the years. This is 2002,
Yeah.
directed by Neil Marshall, starring Emma Cleesby, Sean Pertwee, all those foreign names. Darren
Yeah,
Morfitt,
right.
Kevin McKidd, bunch of what were they? Irish? Were they Irish Army?
It is British. I
British.
think it was a British army, and they went
British?
into Scotland. Yeah, they went into
That's what it was.
Scotland, like
The
a
Highlands. They went into the
yeah,
Highlands.
some kind of training mission. So,
Yeah, they got it.
well, they did.
They got it. The film follows a squad of soldiers fighting to survive an attack by a pack of werewolves during a military training exercise in the Scottish Highlands. So, you
Yeah.
don't go to Scottish Highlands unprepared. Anything can happen
Yeah.
up there. you know?
Right.
So
You gotta
if it's
bring
not the
Sean
werewolves,
Connery
it's-
with you.
it's not the werewolves, it's those dudes all hopped up on Guinness or whatever they drink up there.
Yeah, Guinness. Yeah, Scotland.
What you
My
doing
brother
in the
gave me some
backyard?
skull splitter. My brother gave me some Scottish ale for like Christmas once, and that stuff
Oh,
floating
really?
around in it. It was like 10% alcohol.
Holy 10%. Jesus.
I don't know. It was high. I don't know.
Did you still sipping it once in a while? Or did you pound it?
Oh,
probably
it was
long gone.
years
If I know
ago. It was
you-
a 6-pack. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
horrible, but I drank it anyway.
Say, if I know you, it didn't last long.
You're old.
To show those Scottish how to drink, I'll tell you. And there's another
Nice.
shot of dog soldiers. This guy here, he's got some problems. I hope those are silver bullets. Otherwise,
Yes.
he's just pissing in the wind.
Yeah, it's not gonna help.
Man, look at
him.
that werewolf. Man, they
Ooh.
make those werewolves tall sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
he's brushing the ceiling there. Either that or the Scottish Highlands have very tiny houses. But yeah, look at
Could
that.
be that too.
Yeah, you never know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah,
I got another.
we're not sure. We're not sure.
Another
But
shot
he
of-
looks huge.
Look at that
Wow.
werewolf. That's a
cool
scary ass
looking.
werewolf.
Great effects. They had great
Whoa.
effects in it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Dan, you want to see
He
it
must
now,
have been
right?
the
Look at
tallest
that
one in his
werewolf.
class.
I'm telling you. Well, when you get those hind legs up, you know. It was the same thing in The Howling. Remember that guy just seemed to keep it. He was huge.
Yeah,
He was like
yeah,
this
that's right.
little Weasley
Tall.
guy, and then when he turned
Yeah.
into a werewolf, he was like
Mm.
giant.
Yeah, that was
That's
another good one
great.
too.
That's some great makeup there. That's killer.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the mask or the head. I mean, that's a cool werewolf because I don't like when they like run around on all fours and look like dogs, like an American
Right,
Werewolf in
right.
London. I like when they
Right.
have they should have some human characteristics because that's
Right,
why
it's
they're
supposed
werewolves.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah, you know they're part
Yeah.
wolf, part
Wolf
man.
and man. Right.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Mhm.
But you know, I know. But if, according to what Dan was saying in the legends, a lot of legends do have them completely transform into an animal. So
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Like a
Yeah.
I guess it-
shapeshifter or whatever.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess it depends on, you know, I guess it's like zombies stumbling or running, right? It depends on how you like your werewolves. So,
Yeah, right.
but yeah, those are Mike's
Mean.
good picks, my
Yeah,
friend.
good
Yeah.
movies.
Like those
Thank
three.
you.
Mhm.
You can't go wrong with any of those. Now Dan's got to watch Dog Soldiers. You'll like that, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
It's
you'll
gotta be a
like
good
it.
one.
It's very good.
Okay.
I just
I'll do
picked
it.
that one because it's not real popular. I don't know if a lot of people have seen it.
Yeah, it's
So
funny.
throw
It's
that
got a
out
fan
there.
base. It's like a cult classic kind of type
Yeah.
movie. It's got a big fan base. Everybody who has seen it loves it. It's just that it kind of just
Mhm.
flies under the radar somehow. I don't know, but it's just a
Right.
great movie. Let me see. Where do we go next? I guess we're going to talk about, since we started on movies, we're going to talk about werewolf movies in cinema. I put together a video, and we could talk about. You can interject while the video is playing if you want to, but it's got a lot of cool movies throughout the years. And like I said earlier, I couldn't include like everything, all the Spanish, Mexican, French. I mean, they're from all over the world. There's werewolf movies, especially from South America. There's tons of them. They even have those wrestlers with Santos and stuff. Those wrestlers are fighting werewolves.
Yep, that's
Oh,
right.
You remember those guys with the masks?
Mask on, yeah.
Yeah, they got those guys. And then, of course, there are silent movies. There's even one called The Loup-Garou. There is a silent
Loup-Garou.
movie. But I kind of picked up from the talkies and then went there, and then it ends, I think, at around 2018 or something like that. But we'll talk about movies that are coming up. We got one in mind, werewolf movie.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
also, I've got a video here. Stick around, guys. I got a video about werewolf transformations. Nice brief one. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So, yeah, let's get this video up here, guys. We'll check this out. See how I did. And, yeah, if you recognize, just shout them out. But if you like them or not, we'll just sit there and go like this. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yep.
They're all... I mean,
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
there we go. dramatic music. Look at that guy. He's wearing a suit.
Undying monster.
That's on Monster Kid Theater, by the way. You
Is it?
can watch it on our YouTube channel. So is this one, Pride of Werewolf. Just download it. That one looks good.
It does.
I've never seen that one. Good makeup. This guy. That's a surprise. This is on our YouTube channel too. So anybody wants to watch any of these, check them out. Got them there. They kicked him. Ow, right in the face.
Great. I was a teenage
yeah.
werewolf.
Michael Landon.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Oliver Reed.
Ah, it's great. It's when he wasn't on the sauce.
Right. Ooh,
Oh, look. Werewolf in a Good Old Stormy Toy.
Yep.
that was a good one.
Monster Kid Theater.
Yep.
Another Monster Kid Theater.
Yep.
Face of the Screaming Werewolf. Have that action figure for that.
Dr. Terror.
Yep. You remember that one?
Yeah.
I think this is the one where there was a serial killer who turned into a werewolf, as if he wasn't bad enough. Serial killer. Little Curse of the Werewolf rip-off there. I've never seen this one.
No, I didn't.
Wolf 79?
Yeah. Huh.
Either.
Full Moon High. That's your alma mater, isn't it?
Yeah. The year I graduated. I was a senior. Year.
Oh, there he is. There's a bad moon on the rise.
Wow. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Put this in because John Landis.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
right. Yeah, he did.
See, look how big that was.
It's a big wolf. Wow.
Yeah. Wolf. That was a good one.
This one has some interesting transformational scenes. Oh, there we go. Just talked about that. Oh, my eye!
Teen Wolf.
Yep.
Still a fun movie.
Yeah, it is.
Never saw this one.
The Monster Squad. Yep.
Hank
This is
Nicholson.
one of my favorites.
That's good.
I like that. I like that movie a lot. It's one bad deal. Look at that one. Lycanthrophobia. Lycanthrope. No, they're using the bladders.
Yeah.
Rage of the werewolf.
Rage. Rage.
Rage.
I love Ginger Snap. That's a great movie.
Here it is.
Yep.
Underworld, of course.
The Lycans.
Right.
This is another good one. Cursed with Christina Ricci. Really a good movie. Good one. Good werewolf scenes.
Yeah, that's good.
Hot
Yeah,
chicks.
for sure.
I almost took this out because I despise these movies so much.
Never seen them.
I only saw the first one. That was enough. Werewolf
Fever. I got a fever.
The only cure is more werewolves. Only cure is silver bullet. Wolfsbane. Boy, you
Good
tried
word.
werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some great makeup and
kill you
effects in
all.
this movie. They kind of dropped the ball, but the cinematography and makeup was amazing. I never saw this. Welcome to Hawksford. Looks interesting. Look at that thing.
That's huge.
coming from there. That guy's screwed.
He's done for.
Wolf Town.
Wolf Town, huh?
I moved to Wolf Town. I thought that was just what they called it.
Bad move.
Blood Moon. Blood Moon.
They had the cater of Hellraiser on that one.
Another big move. Didn't get it right the first time.
Oh, God. Really?
You ever see Wolf Cop? It's hilarious.
Looks like it.
Hair of the dog.
Now you're messing with the hair of the
Right.
dog.
I don't like him. Never saw this. That's it. Look at that. That's interesting.
Wow.
See that werewolf?
Yeah, coming up on it.
That's creepy. Oh man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm a werewolf overdose.
A lot of good
That
ones.
was, oh, that was
Wow.
intense. I'll tell you.
Really?
Sad part is I've seen just about all those. I think
Lot of
there were
good
like
makeups.
5 or 6 that I don't recognize, but most of them I've seen. Maybe some of them I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
too well because they weren't that great. But
Yeah.
yeah, great collection of flicks, man. I'll tell you, it's good movies. But like I said,
Mm-hmm.
there's like tons of other ones. That's just like maybe
scratching the
a
surface.
third. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
The other thing you
Wow.
notice is you're looking through them, like the difference. So we were talking about earlier, the difference between the human characteristics in the Wolfman, a werewolf, or the dog type werewolves. There's a real mixture of that
Yeah.
all across the spectrum
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
different types of werewolves going into each kind of mythology, each kind of superstition. It's like
Mhm.
really all over the place. There's no one way to do it. And the other thing is the practical effects versus the CGI. I mean, it's such a big difference between the two. And
Yeah.
the CGI just is great, but when you have the practical effects and the actors get to actually act and do their bit,
Mhm.
I think just like with Lon Chaney, even as far back as him, they get to interject their own personality into that a little bit, and I think it makes a difference.
It makes it better for sure.
What do you guys think out there in Monster Kid Land? Am I crazy?
Let us know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, what do
Put
you
a
think?
comment at the end of the show.
Well, I know a lot of the purists out there, the Monster Kids, so many of them complain about, CGI. They love practical effects because you get to, I mean, like Rob
Yeah.
Bottin and all these guys, and I mean, the talent, Rick Baker. I mean, you get these guys are like idols. You get to see their talent on display. When it's CGI and it's just a bunch of people behind computers, you don't know who's
Right.
responsible.
Right.
I mean, do you ever look at those credits, like at the
And
end of
you
an
know,
Avengers
Rich, those-
movie or something, to see who's
Yeah,
involved in
right.
doing the special effects? Like 600 people,
Yeah.
Right.
And then when you got a movie,
You know, those CGI effects, a lot of them look too
Yeah.
cartoonish. They don't
Right,
really
exactly,
look real. I
too.
mean,
I think there's a time and place for it, and if you can get it right, that's fine. But I think if a human can play the part, I mean, they just made the mistake recently with the that new Snow White movie that just came out. I mean, they're catching all kinds of hell for that because they wouldn't cast dwarves. And I'm like, why wouldn't you
that's
do
right.
that yet?
CGI.
Peter
work.
Dinklage came out and was saying that they were going to exploit dwarves. He didn't mind when he had that part, that juicy role in what was that?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, he was okay with being exploited, but he didn't want anybody else to be.
Right. Yeah.
Took away their job. 7 dwarves could have had some primo parts.
7-12.
Instead, they use CGI and it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It just looks so stupid.
Yeah, it does.
And then they have Dopey looks like Alfred E. Newman from the Mad magazine covers. It's so bad. It's just so bad. And they have the CGI animals, the Snow White dances around with, and all this stuff. So immediately, my first thought was, why not just re-release the cartoon? If you're going to do all that, and you're not going to have actors or real animals or real people, just re-release the cartoon and be done with it. You know what? How many people would pay to go see it with their kids and grandkids anyway? They probably would have made more money because this Snow White book is bombed. Because who wants to see all that crap? And then they go and change the story because that's what everybody wanted. Please make it different. It wasn't good enough the first time.
Right.
Walt Disney did it.
Yeah.
It's
come
only
on.
like the studio's flagship movie. Let's
Right.
change it.
Yeah.
For modern times. Like anybody cares. Oh, I'm on a
Yeah.
rant. Look at me, I'm on a rant. I'm ranting.
You
Yeah.
digress.
No, that was a big guy. That was worse than a digression. That was a full-fledged rant. I sound like one of these guys on these other channels complaining about it.
Yeah, but you're not swearing though.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh, I'm getting ready to swear.
You
I'm
know,
this close.
no, F-bombs left and right.
Oh, I'm this close.
No.
I had to rein it in. I was just like, they were almost out. I don't know if you noticed. I was going to let the expletives fly.
Fly.
When Dan to get upset, you all of a sudden we'll look up and see Dan's screen's blank. He's like, that's it. I'm not working blue. Like you guys.
Blue.
No.
Man, what was I going to say?
Hey, Rich, I was gonna ask, is there any safe place to go to get away from werewolves? I mean, is there a place where maybe werewolves do they hate showing up somewhere where
That's
you
a
would
good
be
question.
safe?
That is a good question.
I was thinking maybe werewolves would be uncomfortable showing up at flea markets.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get one for that. Gets a drum
Just
roll.
kind of let that soak in.
That's
Just
a
soak
good
it
one.
in.
You got more? You got any more? Because you were
Oh,
just
I'm
chomping
sure
at,
he does.
No, not
you were
tonight.
just chomping at the bit or the arm or leg or whatever to get to that one. He was waiting.
But,
He was like going like this. I got a joke to tell.
Yep. Get the flea pot.
Oh man.
Give me some flea pot.
Oh, so while we're talking about movies, Dan, you wanted me to make sure we mentioned Robert Eggers, right?
Yeah.
The genius who
26
brought us
release.
Nosferatu that we love. There's a picture of him right there.
Oh my.
Did you
Yeah.
get a date for that movie? Did they put a date on it yet, or when it's going to be coming out?
It'll be December 2026.
Oh, that's not too long. Okay,
So we got a little
we
while.
can hang in there till then.
Won't be this year. It'll be
And
next
it's called
year.
Werewolf, right?
Yeah.
What WERWULF? Old
US,
school.
that's right. Werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah. 13th
Oh, okay.
century.
So it's
And
going to
we'll
be
go back to the
it's going to be a
13th
period
century.
piece.
That.
Oh,
Gothic tale.
man, that's great.
Yeah. And so that's gonna make
Yeah,
it
That's
great.
smart.
Sure.
That's just smart thinking. That way you don't get trapped in today's trappings.
Mhm.
You don't get stuck into like, oh, it's got to be for the modern audience and this and that. If you do
Yeah.
that, make it a period piece, then you can really have fun with it, and you don't have to worry about any modern sensibilities or we don't.
Right.
So that's great.
Mhm.
The same thing with Nosferatu. The way he did that, it was just perfect. It really
Oh my.
captured the time period and that gothic nature of the film. I'm
Mhm.
looking forward. I
Mhm.
can't wait now. I'm glad you
Oh,
told me
really?
about this 'cause I hadn't
Great,
heard it.
Yeah, that should be real
Robert
good.
Eggers,
Yeah.
the guy's
Yeah.
he's a force to be reckoned
Christmas
with.
present to all monster kids.
Yeah, man. You guys remember, write that down. December 26th. That's not too. That'll
Nice.
be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Will
And,
be.
I wonder if he started shooting yet. I wonder if they're already in production.
I don't know.
We'll have to keep tabs on that. I'm
I
going to
don't
keep
know.
tabs on that. I'll pull up when we get on here from time to time. I'll go online and pull up news
Mhm.
stories,
Yeah.
and we'll keep
Mhm.
tabs on old Eggers and what he's up to, and the rest of the guys too. It's like I'm a big fan of James Wan too, and I don't know what he's doing right now. I know they're doing another what's that? What's the series? See, I'm all over the place right now, so I'm thinking about too many things. The Demon Hunters, the series that went on. I can't remember what it is, but they're doing another movie about that. It'll come to me as soon as we stop talking about it. But yeah, I like him. I just don't know. He's doing a lot of that. He's like that producer of Hellraiser. He like produces a lot now, which is which in his case it's smart because you make a lot of money as a producer, and you don't have to do any work. Basically, you kind of sit back and rake in the profits. Throw some money out there, raise some cash. Next thing you know, you're getting a piece of the pie, which is sweet. So, but that's Robert Eggers. That's gonna be great, man. Okay, I think the last thing we have to do here is I promised everybody out there I have a video of like some of the greatest werewolf transformations. So yeah, man, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna check this out. So it's always fun to watch the many different ways that special effects artists and directors have their people turn into the werewolves and go through those transformations. Some of them are ridiculous. Some of them are masterful. Some of them take a long time. And some of them, like even back in the old days with the Lon Chaney's transformation, all that. I mean, stop motion photography, like take a picture.
Right.
And dissolving. All right, dissolving.
Take
one
a
to the
photo.
next, right? Yeah.
Put some more hair on him, take another shot, put some more hair on him, take another shot. And Lon Chaney, he laid there for hours doing those transformations.
Yeah.
So, that was one way. And then, of course, then CGI got involved where they basically, used computer magic to turn people into werewolves. But the practical effects, like we said earlier, Rick Baker, and when he won the Academy Award for American Werewolf in London, I mean, that was just ingenious. I mean, nobody had ever seen anything like that. And know what I forgot to pull up? I have a picture of me from Universal Studios. I know I posted it on my social media, but I have a picture of me posing with that head, with the mechanical head from American Werewolf in London. Yeah, they had that horror makeup show at Universal Studios. You'd love that, Dan. And they show examples of how they did the makeup. They show film clips of Universal movies. And they have the props, lots of props. And they have the actual head from the American Werewolf in London. So every time I'm there, I try to go up on the stage and get pictures with everything. You're not supposed to, but hey, I'm a maverick, a rebel. I pay $150 to get in there. I do what I want. They have to deal with me. It's a lot of money to get into that park. Plus the heat and the sweat, it makes you delusional, So they can't blame me. I don't know. I'm an old man. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, the batteries. I need.
I don't know what you.
I thought they were free.
Should I not have done that? Is that frowned upon? Because if somebody would have told me, I would have. Wait for me. Don't make me use this. Pulling out the Seinfeld jokes. All right, let's see. Let's get this video going here. Then we'll let everybody go to bed. You guys all look tired. This is werewolf transformations. Let's check this out. My hair looks like one out of a shower.
There he is.
Company of wolves I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, it stopped. That's not supposed to happen. All right, well, it stopped. There's more werewolves. Well, that was okay. We got a good feel for it. Video just stopped abruptly. So I don't know what the hell happened there. But either way, I mean, that was cool. Ended up on a good note. It looked like the Friday Night Frights intro.
Yeah.
Did you like that movie, Dan? The Guillermo del Toro Wolfman, the remake?
Yeah, we got the DVD and the I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good. It was just it seemed to be missing something. I'm not sure what. I can't really put my finger on it. I just don't think I felt sorry enough for Del Toro. I don't know. Maybe that was it. And the little twist ending kind of was a little off-putting, but I did love the special effects, and the cinematography was beautiful. I mean, it was just a beautiful looking movie. When he was climbing over to his rooftops and everything, it was just gorgeous. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and that makeup was beautiful. And that's why I was interjecting the Company of Wolves. Is that movie where the wolf face muzzle comes out of the face? It was just so bizarre. And I forgot to mention Fright Night.
I know it.
When
it was good. Yeah, after seeing
the evil turns into the wolf.
Yeah, evil.
Evil.
Yeah, saw that.
Oh, Bruce, you're so cool, Bruce.
Another great movie.
That was an excellent movie. we definitely would do vampires. That'll be on the top of the list. That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's our werewolf once over there. Lycanthropy to werewolves in movies. I mean, we covered a lot of ground there, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, really good stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I appreciate all you guys out there in Monster. Hey, leave some comments, guys. Let us know, what do you think about these werewolf flicks? What's your favorite werewolf flick? If you got one.
Let us
Yes,
know
please.
which ones you like.
Please do it.
Talk to us. Let us know you're out
Yes.
there. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We don't want to have
howl.
we don't want to have to go to extremes, but we will.
Give us a howl. That's right. Yeah.
Let me see. I got a couple of things I want to promote before we leave. One of them is this one. We had my cousin Chuck Savage on the show
Oh yeah, I seen
a couple
that.
episodes ago, and this is his latest podcast, Beyond the Blood. This is their latest episode. I guess it's available. It's available now. It's available the first. They're going to be talking about killer clowns from outer space. There's a masterpiece, if there ever was one. That movie's got legs, though, man. It's got such a following. It sticks around. You just can't shake it. People still dressing up like that, you know? Freaking killer clowns. And then let me see. Mike just laughed. Hey, you big killer.
I've seen it.
Outer space man. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
And then
A long time
been a
ago.
while.
in the Monster Kid Theater tomorrow night. And we got one. We got,
For
look at
tomorrow
this,
night,
Mike.
yeah.
Look what we're going.
Excellent.
Whoa.
Torture chamber.
Yeah.
Dr. Sadism.
Sadism. I
Say
need
with
more
respect.
beer.
He said he had a weak heart.
Weak heart.
Great movie.
You'll love it, kids.
Look at those chicks, kids.
Yeah,
Look at
chicks.
those chicks. They're coming right at you. Those chicks all tied up.
And the
Bondage.
priests carry guns since they go to godforsaken places such as this.
Oh, he knows the lines,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I know them all. I've
Oh,
seen
he-
it many times.
Mike's ready. If they remake the torture chamber of Dr. Sadism, Mike might have a part.
Yeah, the caterer from Hellraiser did this one too.
Oh, really?
No.
The caterer. Brought to you from the caterer of Hellraiser. Produced by Vincent
Wow.
Price's chauffeur.
Viv Savage.
That's a great movie. This is Christopher Lee, right? Is in this
Yeah,
one.
Christopher Lee.
He's Dr. Sadism.
Yeah, he is.
Of course he is. Yeah, I thought you'd appreciate that. I was able to actually get that without any kind of content claim or anything. I was like, awesome. I couldn't
Real
believe it.
good. Yeah, I can't. Well, it's so hard to find. I got it on a DVD like 10 years ago, but I had to search like forever.
So you guys tune in tomorrow night, Monster Kid Theater, right here on Monster Kid Studios YouTube channel, and you're going to watch The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. And you'll never be
Don't
the
miss
same.
it. Don't
Yeah,
miss it.
you make sure you leave plenty of comments thanking me for putting that up there because it's a great one. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Get the kids, gather the family around the TV, and you're going to love The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. You're just going to have fun saying that.
Yeah, just the name itself, you know.
You
it
kids.
sells stuff.
You kids, remember when your parents walk in the room, you tell them you're watching, Gumballs or something. Just don't tell them you're watching the torture. Don't say it, because that'll be it for you.
Don't say
What are
it.
we're watching Mom. We're watching Quiet. We're watching The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism.
What?
And what's that rated? You don't want to know. That's a great movie. Well, we're gonna get ready to go. I think we've done all the damage we can do here tonight, and I'm just glad I had this. I might bring it with me next week too. I'm gonna keep this around. I'm gonna hold on to this thing. I felt
Very
safer
nice.
with it all night.
Very nice.
having it.
Yeah.
It's very, very secure. Very good feeling having this. This is heavy too. You could actually take
Looks good.
somebody out with this. This
Oh,
thing
I'm
weighs.
sure.
This thing's
Wow.
not cheap.
Mhm.
To get me
Big
one of
bucks
them.
for this. I'm
Yeah.
probably still paying for it. Interest. But
Well,
this thing. They got the teeth in there. Look at that. Bite me.
It'll pay for itself.
Oh man, I'm telling you, yeah, it might one day.
When they're
that
coming
was-
for you, you know.
I'll be like, that was well worth every penny I spent. You know, I know. And you guys, hey, if you get a chance, subscribe to the channel while you're watching this. If you like the show, you like some of the stuff you see on our Monster Kid Studios YouTube channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell so you can be notified every time something cool comes up because we've got a lot of stuff going on here. And What else? We're on X. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're every place. The links are in the description below. So if you want to check us out there, we're posting videos and anniversaries and trailers every single day. So there's always something.
Don't forget the gear. There's plenty of gear.
MonsterKidStudios.com.
Yeah,
Right. That's
right.
just, that's how I feed my kids. And I forgot.
Can't wait for the new designs.
Oh man,
Shirts
I
and
am
hats.
working on them.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot. There's a lot going on when you're trying, but I have to get stuff up there. Like I said, please, MonsterKidStudios.com. Buy yourself a shirt. Help us out here. I need money for brews and smokes and nerve medicine.
I got the hooks in me.
I can't quit now. They got a hold of me. It's the nicotine. But yeah, you guys can help me out. Go support Monster Kid Studios and buy yourself a cool shirt. There's really good merchandise up there. And we got some new stuff coming up shortly, like Mike said. And just stay posted. In the meantime, we want you to subscribe to the channel, and we're willing to go to extreme lengths. Dan, are you prepared to help? You remember what you're going to do? You're going to use your powers of persuasion. Where is that thing?
Yes,
right.
I think we ought to go ahead and if all the monster kids could stare at their screen closely. Right now,
pay attention.
Right?
Don't look away.
Yeah, you got to look and just stare right at the screen, and there we go. And you'll be watching and tuning in next week.
You will
have to do this.
Subscribe.
You'll be tuning in next week.
Watch next week.
Yes.
You will watch next week.
I will
can't
watch
get away from
next week.
You're under the hypnotic spell.
Under the hypnotic spell.
Of Friday Night Frights.
It worked on me.
And Monster Kids Studios.
Send Monster Kids all my money.
Okay.
That's working. It's working.
Is it? Yeah. The phone's ringing off the hook. Right?
He's all sold out of shirts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's it.
My Shopify store is chinging over here on my phone. Keep it up, Dan. I'm going to be rich beyond my wildest dreams.
All right.
That's to rule the world. All right.
You are under our spell.
All right, Monster Kids.
All Monster
Kids. We will
see
you next week right here on Friday Night Frights. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Dan. I think we got him with that one. If that doesn't work, we'll do something else next week. We'll get them. We'll rope them in. All right. Bye, Monster Kids.